Welcome to Drinks with Dani and Joe.
I'm Dani.
And I'm Joe.
So, Joe did a countdown and flipped me off. So this is why I'm laughing. Rude.
So on this episode, we're trying it's a soda called Moxie.
It even says distinctively different.
Yes. It's one that I had when I was a kid. My grandfather bought it for me. I think he had it when he was a kid.
There's high fructose corn syrup in here.
Well, I mean, that's in everything. So
Gentian root.
it's apparently bottled by Coca-Cola in Atlanta for distribution in this area. But I think it's originally from Maine.
Okay.
Like it's a distinctly Maine kind of drink, which will be interesting. So I guess you're ready to try it?
I was going to pause for a quick moment, but yeah. Like I was waiting till you were done talking before I was going to open it.
Okay, but you're sitting with your drink, like, ready to pop.
I'm anxious for this one.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to enjoy it at first.
No, that's why I'm kind of anxious. I'm like,
But this is a drink that grows on you.
Okay.
So if you don't like it at first, you have to keep trying
drinking it.
And it gets better the more you drink.
Does it? Okay.
All right, you ready to try it?
Yeah.
All right, let's open them up.
Okay. You're much better at that than me. Okay, let's.
All right, let's try.
Ugh. That smell.
Oh, that brings me back. So you like it?
It has a weird it's like bubblegum and black licorice, like mixed with root beer. Like it's a weird flavor combination. Ugh. Yeah, it does kind of have a medicine flavor to it too, a little bit.
So Alona tried it earlier, and the face she made is what caused your nervousness.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Now that you've tried it, the face was a little much, wouldn't you say?
Maybe a little, but it's still one where I'm like, okay, I'm good.
But you have to
Keep drinking.
Yeah. Like, just sip on it through the course of the show, and then at the end of the show, we'll see if you still think it's horrible.
Okay, we'll see. So that you said your grandpa would buy you these?
He bought it for me once.
Oh.
Literally. But it was like like not a can. It was a
bottle.
Bigger, like a 2-liter bottle.
Very carbonated.
Yeah. So, because I used to spend summers in Maine. Because I was a pain in the ass kid, I guess. I don't really know. That's my guess.
You talked a lot, from what I heard.
I talked a lot, and I was kind of a pain, I guess.
Well, ADD.
I didn't listen very good.
Your parents now say they wish they would have recorded the stories that you would say.
Yeah. Yeah, because, so if we went on a drive in a car, I've never been good at sleeping in the car. Like, I'm just not good at it. So I would stay awake. Everybody else would be passed out, and I'd still be awake, just singing.
Or making up stories.
Well, I would sing them.
Oh, you would sing them?
Yes.
I didn't know that you would sing them.
Yeah, I think so. I would just, tell this, long story, and it would just go on and on and on for hours. So I wish they had recorded them, because I bet it would be just the stupidest shit you've ever heard.
It'd probably be hilarious to listen to now and be like, oh my gosh, Joe, where did you come up with this stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, how did your little brain do that?
Yeah, I wish it still could, because I'd love to be able to, tell stories or write books.
Yeah.
but I don't, like, my brain doesn't put stories together like that anymore.
I've never been able to. Like, I can copy it, but I've never been to, like, when people tell me, oh my gosh, you're so crafty, you're so good at this. And I'm like, okay, hang on. I can recreate.
Yeah, I'm good at following directions.
Yes. I can't.
See, I can just, like...
I can't just create.
Like, if I'm painting, like, most of my landscapes, I wasn't looking at anything when I made them.
Yeah, you just did it from your... I was going to say from your
mind.
face,
Yeah.
but not from your face.
Yeah, just, like, started painting, and that's what came out.
Yeah.
So, in those, I'm pretty good at just coming up with something. But, like, if I want to paint, like, an elephant, I have to look at an elephant. I can't just imagine an elephant and paint it.
Yeah, no, I'd miss something.
Well, it just wouldn't be good. The proportions would be wrong. It, like, just wouldn't be right.
Do we have the giraffe over there?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. So you looked at something for that, too.
Yeah, giraffe.
Yeah.
I was going to look at a llama, but I figured it probably wouldn't look much like a giraffe if I did.
Fuck you. But, oh, we didn't even do, like, an origin of the drink. Do you have one? Do you want to do one?
Yeah, we can do one.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I'll just continue with the whole art thing. Like, I'm good at art. I'm good at, like, I can crochet pretty well. I'm good at sewing, but, like, I can draw pretty well, but I can't just draw something. I can't just create it out of my brain. I have to copy something. I can't just do it. I've tried, and it never turns out. It turns out weird.
Yeah.
You know, like, I have this one picture. We'll have to maybe take a picture of it. But I like, did this. It wasn't a painting, but it was kind of, I think it was a mixed media. But it had, like, a heart and an eyeball, and then it had, like, cracks. And that was, like, one thing that came out of my brain. And it's weird. But it's because they made me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to create. I want to copy.
Well, copying is not art, though.
No. I mean, I don't do art anymore. I do crochet, and I follow patterns.
Yeah. Okay, so Moxie is the official soda of Maine.
Oh.
At this point.
That's kind of funny, because we talked about, like, doing drinks for the States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this one is for Maine. So I was going somewhere, but I lost it.
I was like,
So,
oh, okay.
I'm going to read this. Moxie, now the official soft drink of Maine, originated as a patent medicine called Moxie Nerve Food.
I'll have to let Alona know that it's a medicine.
In Lowell, Massachusetts in 1876. It was created by Maine native Dr. Augustine Thompson, and Moxie was originally marketed as a cure-all for various ailments, including halitosis.
What's halitosis?
Bad breath.
Oh.
Imbecility, which I think is being dumb, like being an imbecile.
Yeah.
So it's a cure for being an idiot. It was first bottled and sold commercially in 1884, and carbonation was added a year later.
So, the more I'm drinking it right now,
It gets better, right?
it does.
Yeah.
I'm actually liking it, and
Yeah.
it's very spicy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a good bite.
Yes.
So, I bought this Moxie off of Amazon.
Yes.
Okay. And it's like $20 a 6-pack on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. I can actually... Let me pull up so I can get accurate numbers here.
Well, I think we kind of discussed this a couple episodes ago.
Did we?
I think so, because we talked about what we bought there. And you were like, oh man, we could have bought it here.
Okay, so a 6-pack of cans is $18.89.
That's like decent price. That's like kind of ridiculous price.
Right. So you can buy the bottles, glass bottles of Moxie at
Cracker Barrel.
And they're like somewhere between $1.79 and $4.49. I'm not sure the exact price. I didn't look because we already had it.
Yeah.
But most of their sodas are between $1.79 and $4.49.
Yeah, we did buy a couple of their sodas the other day.
We did.
We did the butterscotch one.
Yeah, and then we got a blonde root beer.
Yeah. Which is kind of interesting because it's a clear root beer.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, well, when I had originally suggested the non-alcoholic drinks, I was a little worried that we would have a hard time coming up with
things that are non-alcoholic to try.
Yes.
Yeah.
But finding all these weird kind of sodas, I mean, I feel like we've done pretty much mostly sodas.
Mm-hmm.
But finding these weird ones, it's kind of like, heck yeah, now I'm like, well, crap, what alcohol drink are we going to do?
Yeah.
Because we have so many like options of the sodas right now.
Yeah.
That are weird drinks.
Yeah, we have like a Thai drink still. We have
we have the clear
the
root
blonde
beer.
root beer. We have a different
Root
just
beer and
regular
cream
root
soda.
Beer, cream soda.
Yeah.
So
we have a
think
few
we
different
have-
options. But
yeah.
so
And
but
those are easy because you just pop the top and there you go. You're recording.
pretty much.
There's no prep.
But it's nice to have some non-alcoholic ones too. But yeah, I was a little worried. I'd be like, oh, we're gonna do a flavored tea today.
Yeah.
You know, I was a little worried. But then when you came home with the I think it was the first ones, the apple
drink.
Yeah. That's when it's like, oh. And then I found the Spectre, whatever, root beer and cream soda at Aldi. And then it just kind of spiraled from there. So anytime now we see interesting looking drinks, we're like, oh, bye.
Yeah. And then the kids see it in the fridge and like, can I have this? And we got to be like, nope, it's for the show.
For the show. So today, Waylon tried a Moxie.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe goes, you're not going to like it. And
No,
Waylon
I
goes,
said, you might not like it.
oh, I thought you said you wouldn't. Oh.
I don't presume that Waylon won't like something because he likes weird shit.
He does. Well, so he got it and he drank it. He's like, And Alona said it tastes like medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And Waylon then goes, can I just put this in the fridge? Because they're not allowed to have drinks in their rooms.
Yeah.
There's been lots of
incidents.
Yes. So we don't even take drinks into our room.
Yeah.
Like, drinks do not leave the front of the house.
Well, to be fair, the kitchen and dining room and hallway are like a laminate wood floor.
Yeah.
And everything else is carpet.
Yeah.
So spilling it in the dining room, big deal, you mop it up. Spilling it on the carpet is a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I mean, we'll let drinks in the living room. That's fine.
Yeah.
But not in the bedrooms. So he was ready to go back to his room after dinner. He goes, can I just put this in the fridge? Which in turn also meant I'm going to put this in the fridge and then it's going to go flat and then I'm not going to want to drink it later and then I'm going to dump it and throw it away. And I was like, nope. I was like, you can stand here and finish it real fast. Mm-hmm. I was like, because this is what's going to happen. He goes, yeah, fair. He goes, I assume that Joe won't let me just dump it down the sink. Joe's like, nope. It is $20 a 6-pack. I mean, Waylon drank it.
Yeah.
He drank it down. So.
Well, he's bad about getting stuff and not eating it or not drinking it.
Yeah. Actually, I think the kid who's the worst is Violet. Because there's been already 2 times in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, she's bad like, with drinks.
Whose drink is this? And it's like a fresh drink opened or just poured and she's gone. And it's like, the fuck, Violet? Come on now.
Yeah. But I mean, food-wise, food and drinks, he's the one who's very likely to get something that he really is not going to eat. Seconds.
Oh, yeah.
He'll get seconds and eat one bite and then go, does anybody want this?
Yeah, he did that for dinner tonight.
Yeah, he does it quite a bit. And, he always orders more food than he can possibly eat at a restaurant.
His eyes are definitely way too big for his stomach.
But he will eat leftovers.
Yes.
So not everybody in this house will eat leftovers,
No.
but he will.
No. He ate my leftover Chinese.
Which is just wrong because I was going to eat that tonight.
Oh, my bad.
But
He
it's
asked.
fine.
He asked. I was
It's
like,
not mine, so I can't be mad about it.
yeah. He's like, can I have it? I was like, yeah, fine.
And I already ate mine.
I knew I wasn't going to be eating it again. So he asked for it, and I was like, sure, go for it.
When I was a kid, I went, not every summer, but a fair amount of summers, I went to Maine.
Who lived in Maine?
Well, my grandfather's from Maine.
Which one?
My mom's dad. So he's from Maine, and his grandfather, I think, built what they in Maine and Massachusetts call a camp, which is a summer house, essentially. So they call it the camp. So you go up the camp, is what they say. Where you go in the summer? Well, we're going to go up the camp.
Okay.
So it's basically like a cabin. But their cabin was made from a burnt down hotel. Like the hotel in the town they lived in burnt down. They salvaged wooden doors and windows and everything from it and built 2 houses
Okay.
next to each other. That were, one was my grandfather's. The other one was somebody else in the family, but I don't know who. And I don't know if they still have it. But they were people I had never met, and the entire time I was growing up, there was never anybody at that other house.
Okay.
So they built those houses. So, like, it was funny because on some of the doors, they still had the numbers, the room numbers from the hotel.
Yeah. That's
So
funny.
it's kind of interesting. And then, so we would go up there. There was, like, no TV. We had a radio in the kitchen. There was a wood stove for heat. And in Maine in the summer, you need heat. Like, it gets cold at night.
Really?
Yeah, it gets down in, like, the 50s.
Wow.
Sometimes the 40s, maybe.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So it's much cooler, which is nice. But anyway, so I spent a lot of summers up there, and it's, out in the woods, it's on a river, and it's very peaceful. No TV. You do like puzzles and play pool.
And listen to the radio.
Yeah, they had like radio shows on.
Was that cool?
Yeah, it was nice. Like they would read books just on the radio. Like somebody would just read a book.
Oh, like Audible.
Yeah.
So like pre-Audible.
Yeah.
Because Audible wasn't around at that time.
Right. Even books on tape weren't around at that time. Like that was really the only way to hear a book read to you, I guess.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like to think about.
That's when I got to try Moxie. Because we were on our way to the camp, and there's one little, it's not a gas station, it's like a gas station, but without the gas. Like a convenience store.
Oh, yeah.
So there was one of those in town, and we had stopped there. I was trying to convince my grandfather to buy Cools, like a carton of Cools.
What's Cools?
They're menthol cigarettes.
For you?
No. I don't remember. It was either a hat or a watch or a t-shirt that you could get if you bought a carton of Cools.
Oh.
And I wanted whatever it was. So, and he smoked at that time.
Uh-huh.
So I was trying to get him to buy those so I could have the prize. like it's cereal.
Yeah.
I don't think it even occurred to me that you probably had to send off for the shirt.
Oh, probably not. Yeah, whatever it was.
But I just really but he wouldn't buy it for me. Because he didn't want to have to smoke a carton of Cools, obviously.
I don't even know what Cools is.
That's just menthol cigarettes.
Huh. What's the point of menthol cigarettes?
They taste mentholy.
Did you ever do menthol ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Not all the time. But yeah, so while we were there, like he wouldn't buy those, so I was like, all right, let me see what else I can get. And so I think I found like cap guns and
Was it just you and him?
my grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was your brother?
He didn't usually go to Maine with us.
No.
Mm-mm.
Didn't want to, or
I don't know. I mean, now he would, for sure.
they shipped off the one that they had a hard time with?
Well, the ones. Yeah.
Oh, ones. How many was it, you and Jackie?
Mm-hmm. And I don't think they shipped us off. I think it was just like, we never had anything going on in the summer, so.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
And might as well spend some time with your grandparents.
Especially while you can.
Yeah. I think I maybe got a set of cap guns and I wanted, like, soda.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't want me to just have soda, so he got Moxie.
Well, the Moxie has caffeine in it, which I'm kind of surprised that...
Well, caffeine's good for people with ADD.
Is it?
Yeah. Because stimulants calm ADD people down.
So you don't have to have coffee.
What do you mean?
Well, coffee's a stimulant.
Mm-hmm.
So does that calm you down?
I think it may have a calming effect, but I think it's more because I like coffee than because of the caffeine. Because I think at this point, I'm fairly immune to the effects of
yeah, me too.
caffeine and coffee. But yeah, so he got that Moxie, and then I tried it, and I was like, oh, this is awful. But it was the only soda that I was going to get that summer, guaranteed.
So you're like, I'm gonna drink it.
I'm going to drink it. And it was maybe like a 1 liter bottle.
Okay.
So.
But glass, though,
like,
right?
Yeah, I would have like a juice glass sized glass of it. And that was all I was allowed at a time. But I drank it. I drank every drop of that. And by the end of it, I really enjoyed it.
Well, like I'm about halfway with mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah.
Like it's really not, like the initial flavor is like...
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is not what soda's supposed to taste like.
This is This is a no-no. But like...
But yeah, it grows on you.
It really does. Like the more you drink it, you're like, not too bad.
Yeah.
Like,
and then once you get the taste for it, you have it forever.
Okay.
Like, it didn't taste bad at all to me. Like, immediately when I drank it, I was like, oh, yeah.
Memories.
That's the stuff.
I was going to say memories when you only drank it the one time.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you drank it
I had it that one time.
a couple times, though, right? Well, because you said you would have it.
Like, over the course of the 2 or 3 weeks I was in Maine, I had it.
A little bit of a...
Yeah, a little bit at a time till I finished the whole bottle.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, I did enjoy Maine. It was a good time. Because I would go fishing with my grandpa. And then we had creels. Do you know what creels are? It's like a...
Makes me think of a crawfish.
It's like a fanny pack
Oh.
that you put fish in.
Okay.
Kind of. But it's like a basket. You can wear it like on your hip, basically. And you put your fish in it.
Oh, that's cool.
So we had those. And we would go trout fishing. And in Maine you can catch... I think the limit's 10. You can catch 10 per day.
10 trout? Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all like take them home and eat them too?
Yeah.
Nice. I've never had trout.
That's really good.
I've heard.
Like rainbow trout, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But, so we would, usually, when I was young, we'd catch our limit. As I got older, I got worse at fishing for some reason.
Weird.
So, then I went fishing one time in the North Woods and didn't catch a damn thing. Because they have to be over 6 inches.
For you to keep it?
So, all I caught that day was like little
Tiny
2
little things.
and 3 inch trout.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. And I fell in the water.
How did you do that?
Well, so we were fishing in rivers, you know?
Well, that's where trout are.
Yeah, like moving water.
Uh-huh.
So you basically like wade around and like walk on the rocks and fish from essentially the middle of the river. And then I don't remember. I like stepped on a rock and it gave, and I just went like right into a deep pool, just like head and all, just thunk right under the water.
Everything.
Yep.
Was it cold?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel
cold.
like that water would be super cold.
So that was fun, and then we had brought extra clothes just for such occasions, because it's the North Woods and it's like thousands of acres of logging roads, and you have to check in when you go in, and then check out when you leave, and you can't stay overnight, and it's all this, like, people get lost up there all the time, so they have to send search parties for them.
Well, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, so on our way leaving, on the way out, we stopped, and I was changing because I was wet. And I looked up, and there's a damn moose, like 100 yards away, just staring at me. Like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, oh, shit. That's a moose.
So whenever I think of moose, like, if a moose is to have a voice, okay, they'd be Canadian.
Yeah.
All my moose in my thoughts are Canadian moose.
Yes.
There's a movie with two moose. Is it Brother Bear? I think it's Brother Bear.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
It's where a Native American guy, like, turns into a bear. And then he becomes, like, the big brother of another bear. But I want to say that there's two moose in it, and they have Canadian accents, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like, for me, a moose is just a Canadian accent.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the majority of moose are in Canada, so that makes sense.
Yeah, in the north.
Well, the northern part of Maine is more north than a good chunk of Canada.
Yeah. Well, like Washington State, we had a fair amount of moose.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it's right on the Canadian border. Like, moose are unaware of borders. So for them, I mean, they don't know that they're not in Canada or in Canada.
But I think just seeing a moose like that would freak me out.
Yeah, I would rather see a moose like that
than on the road.
See a moose suddenly a lot closer.
Yeah, they're scary.
They're
moose.
Big.
Yes. Well, they say
they panic.
Yeah. Well, and like they're so tall that, like, when you hit them, if you hit them driving, you're pretty well done for.
Yeah,
at least
you're gonna, like, clip their legs and the rest of them's landing on top of your car.
Exactly. So that's what scared me about potentially, like, ever hitting a moose. I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I mean, I never saw one on the road, so not in Washington State, thankfully.
Yeah.
Like, that would have sucked.
Well, moose are a big problem for dog sledders because they panic. So they will, like, get into the middle of the dogs, and then they're, like, wrapped up in the, the rigging.
Oh, God,
and they
yeah.
just panic, so they're, like, flailing around trying to get away.
Yeah.
And just
stampeding.
Destroying the whole dog sled.
And probably dogs.
Yeah.
Probably just, like,
just
crushing them.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like it now.
Yeah.
I do.
Told you.
It's just so odd that, like, you have to have it, like, grow on you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know. I think had you not told me that, I probably would have drank it and been like, huh, okay, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not drinking that no more. I guess not.
It's funny because it's like, you hear people say it's an acquired taste, and you're like, I don't know what that means. Either it's good or it's not.
Yeah.
But literally,
yes.
you have to acquire the taste for it.
Yes.
That was the first and only time I've ever had Moxie, because until recently,
It was just a Maine thing.
yeah, you could get it in Maine. Like, I never saw Moxie anywhere else. And then I was like, I bet you can get it on Amazon. So I looked, and you can.
And then we went to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, and now apparently you can get it in Cracker Barrel. So
Well, if you ever have an itch for it later, now you know. Just go to Cracker Barrel and you can get one.
well, that's the other thing is this is not the same Moxie, realistically, that I had when I was a kid, because this is bottled in Georgia by Coca-Cola as high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
The stuff I had in the 80s was probably cane sugar, like, you know, or 90s maybe. No, it would have been the 80s. Yeah. Either way, it's different, but the same. Like, it tastes the same, but it's not the exact same.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you mean.
So, we'll have to look at the one at Cracker Barrel and see.
See if it has high fructose corn syrup and all that stuff in it.
And where it's bottled and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to go to Cracker Barrel just to look at their soda wall again.
Yeah. Yeah, because they got a bunch there.
They have so many sodas. They had a maple one.
Yeah,
didn't they?
Bazooka.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go back and we're going to pick up a couple more.
Yeah. Yeah, we might just
eventually.
split bottles.
Yeah, like pick up one and just half it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the maple one I think is really big.
Yeah, it's a big bottle.
So, like, that would make sense for us to just split that
Well, they
one.
had a few that were, like, kind of higher price, but they were in bigger bottles.
Yeah.
Like a mini growler sized.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Be a cool bottle to keep, though.
Maybe.
So.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yes, it's grown on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it would.
Yeah. It is different, but.
Yeah.
I do kind of like it now.
Yeah.
Are you finished with yours already?
Yeah. It's gone.
I have to
It's been gone.
I have like yay much.
Yeah.
Like an inch.
Hey, you know what I always say? And that's just all you need.
Finished.
And on that note, I think that's going to about do it for this one.
Yeah, sounds good. Would recommend.
Oh, good. And it's only 140 calories a can. I don't know if that's a lot or not.
I don't know either.
I mean, they make the 100 calorie packs of stuff, so I'm guessing it's not horrible for a soda.
Yeah, fair.
Look us up on Facebook. If you know any weird regional sodas that we should try, let us know on there. We're on Instagram. You can listen to us on
YouTube, Spotify,
iHeartRadio,
Podcast,
Apple Podcasts,
Podcast Addict.
Podcast Addict, and probably anywhere else you get your podcast.
Mm-hmm. Like, share, leave a comment.
Do all the things.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Come join us again next week.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. That one was a good one.